In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, I welcome you all to the 12th week of your academic session. This is your English literature class. And today we will start a new chapter named as Does He Remember? This chapter starts from page number 15 of your new Oxford Modern English Book 5. Dear students, before starting the chapter, you must have your book open in front of you. And you should have a sharp pencil in your hand to mark difficult words. In today's lesson, we will cover the following topics. 1. Words to know given on page 15. 2. Reading and comprehension of the lesson. Does he remember? 3. Hard words and their meanings. Dear students, first of all, I will read words to know from page 15. These are very important words, so listen carefully and try to memorize their spellings and meanings. Let's start. Bay means deep throat, lengthy bark. Cacophony means harsh sound. Determinately means in a decided or resolved manner. Emitted means gave out, light or sound. Frantic means greatly excited, frenzied. Fumbled means touched or handled awkwardly and uncertainly. Illuminated means lit up. Leash means a chain or strap attached to the collar of a dog. Muse means to consider thoughtfully. Prolonged means lengthy, drawn out. Scrawled means written hastily and untidily. Scurry means to go with light, running steps. Wrenched means pulled roughly and with force. Writhed means twisted and turned. Dear students, now I will start reading the text of the story Does He Remember? And you must listen very carefully. Please underline all the words which you find difficult to understand or pronounce. Mike stood waiting at the garden gate. There was a padlock and chain on the gate. Above the button, there was a sign that said, Bell. Mike had already pressed it once. But he now pressed it again. He had thought about climbing over the gate and entering the compound. But he knew that the large sign on the gate meant what it said. Beware of dogs. Below the lettering of this sign, someone had scrawled, They will have you for breakfast. Mike thought this was amusing, but he also knew that it might be true. Judging by the barking he could hear coming from the house, he was not going to take the risk and become food for these creatures. Besides, he was now too old to be climbing over gates. Perhaps the dogs had heard the bell ringing again, or possibly they had sensed their prey. For the baying became more frantic. It was not a yelp or a howl, but a deep throat and prolonged baying. The animals were obviously hungry. Mike waited and mused about the old days. He shifted from one foot to the other, thinking about all the occasions he had visited this very house. Those were the good old days. Nabil was such good company. And those dogs of his. They were little puppies then. How he had teased them. How time had moved on. He was an adult now. Meanings of the hard words. 1. Padlock. Lock. 2. Firmly. Definitely. 3. Beware. Be careful. 4. Scrawled. Written hastily and untidily. 5. Amusing. Funny. 6. Prey. Target. 7. 4. Because. 8. Baying. Barking. 9. Frantic. Greatly excited. 10. Yelp. Cry. 11. Howl. Scream. 12. Obviously. Clearly. 13. Mused. thought. 14. Teased. Irritated. At last, just as Mike was becoming a little annoyed, an old man came scurrying out of the side door of the house. He appeared, with his urgent shuffle, to be hurrying, but he took forever to reach the gate. On this seemingly long trip, he searched all the while in one pocket after another. When he finally reached the gate, his smile indicated that he had found what he had been looking for. The key to the padlock. The old man fumbled with the keys, and in due course opened the lock. The heavy gate squeaked and screeched, as it was swung open with some difficulty. The old man stood to one side to let Mike in. He then used some effort to heave the gate shut again. It was apparent that the gate had not been opened in a long while. Mike waited for the old man to lock the gate. More fumbling. Then he followed him to the front door. The baying from the depths of the house reached new heights. Mike made sure to keep close to the old man, determinedly staying a step behind him. On entering the hall, Mike was shown into a large, dark living room. The heavy curtains on the windows kept out the light. Although it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and there was bright sunlight outside. A table lamp in one corner emitted a dull glow that partially illuminated a small section of the room. Mike could just make out the figure of someone sitting on the sofa near the lamp. "Hello, dear Mike," came a greeting from the shadowy form. "It's been many years." "Ah, Nabil. Is that you?" asked Mike nervously. Dear students, underline these words on page 16 and learn their meanings for the better understanding of the text. 1. Annoyed. Angry. 2. Scurrying. To go with running steps. 3. Shuffle. Drag your feet. 4. Indicated. Point out. 5. Fumbled. Touched or handled awkwardly. 6. In due course. Finally. 7. Squeaked. Screamed. 8. Screeched. Shrieked. 9. Swung. Swayed. 10. Heave. Motion. 11. Apparent. Clear. 12. Determinately. In a decided or resolved manner. 13. Emitted. Gave out light or sound. 14. Nervously. Anxiously. Dear students, that's all for today. For better understanding, I advise you to read the lesson 2 or 3 times. Write all the difficult words and learn their meanings by heart. They will help you to understand the whole text of the story. Now, write the story of the lesson Does He Remember in your own words. I wish you all the best. Goodbye.